Let's get sweaty.
Welcome to another round of Easter eggs from Shenmue the Animation. We're going to cover episode 4 today. Great episode as well, may I add. Let's get cracking. So this first scene is an amalgamation of the bad ending from Shenmue 2 and a dream sequence from Shenmue 1 where Ryo sees Shenhua floating in his dreams. As you can see on the screen here, you have Landy with the dragon mirror at his back. Whereas in Shenmue 2, the bad ending, he has obtained the Phoenix Mirror, is approaching Shenhua in the same fashion that he's doing here. Makes sense to do this sort of thing, combine two elements, and it seems quite sinister here. Really good start to an Easter egg. This next Easter egg is actually one that's very easy to miss. As Fuku-san goes to grab his piggy bank from his desk, you will notice two posters on the back wall that say P and G and a load of sort of Japanese manuscript. This is the exact same posters that are in the Shenmue 1 games and also depicts some moves that Fuku-san is trying to learn. Again, a very good little Easter egg that's quite easy to miss within the anime. The next Easter egg is Ryo at his desk. As you can see here, he's picked up his Building Society book because he's looking to get some money to go to Hong Kong. However, if you look at the tapes there, you will notice that one of them is called Flower Girl. Now, this is the name of one of the tapes that is in Shenmue 1 and also a name of a track from the game as well. Again, another easy to miss but great little Easter egg from the anime. Moving on, we have the next scene here where Ryo is trying to get money to go to Hong Kong and he approaches Fuku-san for help. Fuku-san then hands over his piggy bank, his trusted, loved piggy bank with his life savings in it. The piggy bank is near on one-to-one to the games. It's a great little handover here, great little nod to the games, great little Easter egg. However, this next Easter egg is a really, really good touch to the games and a nod to the games. You'd probably miss this, actually, if you were sort of not really paying attention or just sort of following the story and not really looking at what was going on around it. But in this scene here, Ryo is still trying to get money to go to Hong Kong. And he gets his Building Society book out to look at how much money he's got in his savings. And it says he's got 36,512 yen. Now, that is the exact same amount of money, and the entries above the exact same as they are in the original Shenmue game where Ryo gets his statement book out from his desk. Cracking little touch there. Easily missed in the games. Love this one. Fantastic work. Moving into the next scene here, we come into the Alpha Trading office, and on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see sort of the kettle/teapot that's in the office, which, as you go into the scene at Alpha Trading Company where Ryo goes in, that's one of the first things you see. And here you can see him talk to Yada-san about getting a job. The office is a lot more populated than it is in the games. However, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen here, you can see the health and safety poster, which is also on the same wall in the office in the games. Two fantastic little Easter eggs there. Again, very easy to miss. Moving on here, Goro is giving Ryo a tour of the harbour. Now, the harbour itself is very different than the games. There's a lot more going on, lots more crates, etc. everywhere. However, this corner bit of the harbour is the same part that's in the games where you fight Guizhang. So you're running to the right-hand side, you go towards Warehouse 17. If you go left, you head towards the mess hall and Warehouse 18 in the old warehouse district. The shot is beautiful, and actually it's a nice expansion on the games here rather than an Easter egg. This next scene, however, is a nice little touch to Ryo giving the homeless man a coffee, and I'm sure this is very, very deliberate. But in this scene here, Goro, who is making friends with Ryo, decides to buy him a coffee, and he just pulls it out of his pocket and says, here you go, have a drink, essentially. And he pulls this coffee out. Now, for those in the games who remember, you buy the homeless man a coffee from the Jet Cola vending machines. And I thought this was a nice little nod to that scene without giving too much away. And if you haven't followed the games, particularly you're new to the series, you would completely miss this. However, as somebody who's played the games for a long time, as many of you have who are watching this, you would have sort of sat there and smiled at this one and go, yeah, I really, really approve of this little Easter egg. Coming on here, we then have a scene where Ryo and Guizhang are talking, in which looks like Sakura Joker. And in the middle of this shot, you can see again the Jet Cola machine from the Shenmue games with Bellwoods at the top. And if you look just to Ryo's leg, you can see the Jet Cola covers. You can see Fruita Orange, Fruita Grape, Fruita Soda, and then you can see the traditional Bellwoods coffee, which is different to the coffee that you get given by Goro here in the anime. We then move on to a very short scene here where Ryo and Guizhang are sort of having a mini sparring session, which has been moved over from the harbour to Sakura Joker. And Guizhong decides to teach Rio the swallow dive move. Now, the move itself, in terms of the way the leg sweep is exactly the same as the leveled up version in the games. So, again, it's a nice little touch to it. And the fact they've kept this move in is, again, it just shows care and attention to the source material. And I'm really impressed with this one. My final Easter egg of the video is a very short one, which again you would probably miss because this scene's only on the screen for about 2 or 3 seconds, probably less than that, in fact. You're in Nozomi's room, and she's obviously mulling over the Canada scenario as to whether she goes or not. And it cuts over to a board here with some shots of her with her friends. I mean, you've got Nozomi with some friends at the top, you've got Rio with his friends in the middle, and you've got Rio being told off by another young woman. Now, this young woman is Eri Tajima. Now, in the game, she is very, very forward in telling Rio off and how to treat Nozomi. So having this little touch here of Rio being told off by her is a great little nod to the games and a great end to this video. Have I missed any Easter eggs? What Easter eggs did you see? Don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe over on YouTube. And I will be back for episode 5 Easter eggs next week. Take care. Goodbye.